Blessings. This is Wellness Jim, and we're back again. We ran out of video, didn't have enough storage space, so we're back. Something that I might not got said in that first part is when you put your starter on the cupboard there, you do need to feed that twice a day. I usually feed it in the morning and then again before I go to bed. And this is, you saw me put the 1.5 cups in earlier, and it's going to have a stringy consistency like that, bubbly. So now that we have that starter in there, we can go ahead and put our flour in. And this recipe is pretty simple. So once you have the 1.5 cups of starter, it's 3 level cups of flour. And we use organic flour that we get from the local Target in Hiram. There's 1. And there's 2. I actually started baking with my mom when I was a little boy and loved it, was a baker in the Army, and then I worked at Wonder Bread for 31 years. And you do find out, even though they say baking is a lot different than cooking, when you're dealing with something like this, don't let it scare you. If you have a little too much water, a little bit too much flour, you're just going to add a little water, or you're going to add a little flour. So now we have our 3 cups of flour, our 1.5 cups of starter. This is, the original recipe called for 1.5 cups. And I put it right on the line between 1.5 and 2/3, and I've had real good luck there. And here again, this is just approximate, it don't have to be exact, but I usually add a tablespoon of honey. And how I normally do it, I'm trying to kind of speed things up so we get all this on our video. What I normally do is actually heat that water to about 110, 115 degrees. There we go. And by doing that, that kind of helps this get a jump start, because a lot of times, remember, you're going to actually be pulling the starter out of the refrigerator like I did. And so you can do that or you don't have to. It's up to you. So now we have the 3 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of honey, and 1.5 cups of starter. And now I kind of take a look at the clock. It's 4:58. I try to mix this for about 2 minutes and see if it's fully incorporated by then. Now remember, this is what we call a sponge, so this is going to be a little bit on the wet side. You're going to think, oh, what did I do? This looks too wet. It's supposed to be that way, and then this ferments. And then tomorrow, when we start up the last video, I will show you how, you just add in the other 2. It's going to be 2.5 cups, because I kind of learned the secret. It said 2, but I added an extra half, and then I add enough water to take care of that half, and that way everything incorporates a lot faster, and it just works better. Actually, I don't even know if we have a full 2 minutes in here, and this is ready to go. And I hate wasting this stuff, so I usually try to, even though it's sticky, I try to get as much off of here as I can and into the bowl. And so I'll show you the product we have now. It's going to look like that, and we're going to throw a lid on it. Now we can just forget about this for, if you're in a hurry to have bread, you can let it set someplace for 4 hours. If you're not in a hurry, you can let it go as long as 20 hours. It's a lot of flexibility that way. So after it sets, I like to let it set at least 8 or 9 hours. Then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for 12 hours, and that's where the flavor really develops. And so on tomorrow's video, we'll be taking that out of the refrigerator, adding the other 2.5 cups of flour, a little over a 1/4 cup of water, and there's going to be 2 teaspoons of pink Himalayan salt. We'll mix that up, and then we'll let that rise again. But we'll pick up there tomorrow. If there's any questions, let me know. Thanks.